Welcome, Taurus. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for September the 12th through to the 18th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you so much. I hope I've cleared up most of the audio problem. I'm going to wait until after the Mercury retrograde to actually invest in new equipment to make sure that my voice is clear and you can actually hear the message I'm trying to give you. And thank you. Thank you for your patience, your kindness, your love, your support. Thank you so much. Now let's see what the energy is going to be for you this week. Eight of Cups. We are moving forward. We are moving forward. New path, new realizations, new adventures, new beginnings. And we are definitely leaving something in the past, the way we once accepted love or gave love, the way we once had security in our life, or we felt security in our life, or we gave in some way security to another in our life. We can look upon this card kind of like the child that grows to adulthood and now is leaving the parental home. And they're leaving the parental home to go forward to their adventure, to grow their independence, to step into their passions and their dreams. But they don't close the door on the home, the parental home. It changes. It changes in the way that they get a daily love, a daily feeling of security in their life. And so expect this to happen in your life this week. Expect to see where you once got security, where it is no longer needed, or it's just not there anymore. But how new doors are opening to bring in a new feeling of security or love. So this opens you up to new pathways. Judgment. So we need to think things through. We can't make those quick judgments. Absolutely not the World card. This is, once again, it's about completing things. It's the last card of the Major Arcana. It's completing things so that we can go forward in new adventures, new territories, a new path forward, an elevated path forward. Maybe you're going to get some money too, because my left hand got really itchy there when I was holding this card, and I never, ever not say it out loud. So, it could have something to do with money. The completion could have something to do with money. It could be that security. But it's definitely about completions, endings, getting rid of old energy, superficial energy that has held you back, that has not allowed you to progress to the next level. Ten of Wands. Once again, we have to, here we are, and we're struggling. We're struggling with this pack on our backs, and it's filled with these wands. And it makes every step so hard. So we have to figure out what is, or what has growth potential, new beginnings, new buds, new shoots growing there from the wands, and what is deadwood, what no longer is needed, what we are carrying on that we don't need to anymore. And, if we're looking at the money, then we could be looking at the cable bill and realizing that we're paying for a bunch of stations we don't even watch. Or you got a subscription to something and you've just never, because it's only $1 a month or something, you've never bothered to say I don't want it anymore. Although I can't see somebody thinking that way. It's those kind of things. It's where we have been spending our money, our love, where we have gotten security. So, and that's with the Judgment cards. So we're going to have a lot of thoughts. So meditation and prayer, I would think, leading up to the full moon, the eclipse, we want to really think about what works in our life and what doesn't work in our life. It could be the people around us. It could be the situations around us. Cups is more of an emotion. So I would think the people in our lives and how we have always gotten a security or we've never gotten that security, or how we are going forward gaining a new type of security. It could be love. Our underlying energy is the Five of Swords, so you're not going to see eye to eye with some people, and other people you are going to walk forward with. So relationships could be challenged this week. You could be looking at the pros and cons of the relationship, the value of the relationship. This could be your coworkers, this could be people in the community, this could be friendships, this could be the relationship you're in. This could be with family. Maybe you're seeing where they have held you back and you haven't been able to push forward. Maybe you are understanding the value of that relationship or the lack of value in the relationship. And maybe it's things you need to talk through. Maybe it's things you need to walk away from. And it could be things that you embrace. By having that conversation with somebody, you may find out that you just know each other. You just understand each other. You have the same point of views. You have the same morals. You have the same convictions. You have the same interests. All of a sudden, everything just clicks and you've got a new best friend. So that could be the other side of this energy. Go with the flow. And those situations will happen, okay? It's an underlying energy, remember that. So it's not so much of us thinking, you know, maybe I should phone so-and-so and bury the hatchet, or we need to talk things out. We haven't talked in a while ever since this happened, and we need to, you know, get on the same page again. It's not those kind of things. Chances are they may phone you, but you're not instigating. Now, I'm not saying not to instigate, because usually the underlying energy is something that's going to take place. It's going to be an energy that's there, regardless if you want to deal with it or not. It's going to happen. So, yes, through meditation, through prayer, through an understanding, you may pick up that phone before the other person phones, because you're being proactive with the energy, you're going with the flow, you are open to the changes that need to take place in your life in order for the new beginnings to happen. We have the Two of Swords for our overriding energy. This kid, you know, I kind of get this, you know, we're kind of blind to the decisions we truly need to make in our life, or the wisdom that we need to attach ourselves to in order to make the right decisions to go forward. That we really have to think it through. And yes, we have the Judgment card there too. So did we not? Yes, the Judgment card there too, telling us that we have to think things through, that we have to, we can't base our opinion of our entire life going forward based on a sentence or a feeling, or we have to research it. We have to understand what we're saying yes to and no to. But it's important to ask those questions, to have those conversations, to do the research. Seven of Cups with the Queen of Pentacles. I'm so tired of the Seven of Cups showing up. It has been months of the Seven of Cups, of looking what's on our plate. What do we need to go forward with? Is there too much in our day? Where do our priorities need to lie? The Seven of Cups has been over and over again demanding us to look at our routines, our lives, our relationships, and understand where there's true value and meaning, and where we need to let go, where we need to move forward. And with the Queen of Pentacles, there's kind of confidence in making those decisions this week. So maybe it's through our good judgment, maybe it's through not turning a blind eye. Because here we're blindfolded. A decision needs to be made, a decision to move forward, and we are turning a blind eye. We are blindfolded. We cannot see the way forward. It could be through confusion, but if we use the good judgment and we research, we understand, we ask the questions, we have the conversations, it empowers us. Okay, it helps us to become the Queen of Pentacles. It brings in the self-confidence. It brings in the creativity and the new ideas. Okay, look at that sky. It's on fire. The sun is shining in, or carved into your chair. So it's shining a light on you and where you can go and the self-confidence you can have. For work, we have the Emperor. Plan, plan, plan. The Emperor doesn't hope to manifest. He knows he's going to manifest. He is the Emperor. He brings in the right people. He brings in the right skill set. He brings in the right plan. And then he goes forward. And he is more than willing to accept changes in the plan, staying in the flow, mutable energy. Something happens unexpectedly to reroute it so he still manifests the goal at the end. So this is very much your energy. So it is projecting your dreams, your hopes, where you want to go, maybe in career, maybe in just your job, maybe it is a hobby of yours, maybe it's just something that you have a passion in, that you really enjoy. And it is looking long term. It is making a plan that's realistic. It's understanding, perhaps it's understanding what the commitment needs to be, or how strong it needs to be, and what factors really need to be there in order for it to be a viable plan. So it's making those long-term plans now, and realistic long-term plans. And then expect to walk into that manifestation. For relationships, we have the Three of Wands. We're looking at the good, bad, and the ugly, aren't we? We've got 3 sticks, and we are making decisions here, 3 wands, and we're holding on to the first one. We're looking out into this expansive path, so we are looking at where we want to go forward. And with our relationships, what stability, what kind of love, how do they work into the path forward? Or how do they don't work would be the other wand. And then the third one is decisions. Making a decision on who needs to go forward, who you want to go forward with. Maybe it's new people coming into play. Do you want to invest time and energy into new relationships with like-minded people? Because I kind of get a certain aspect that there's people involved here. And that's mainly because of our underlying energy. So knowledge could come through people this week. Even if you're not a people person, get out there. You might decide to go to a movie and people behind you are talking about something that directly relates to something that you can do, and it gives you a new spark of creativity, a new path forward, a new understanding of how to go forward. So be open to that. But relationships, you're really looking at the relationships that support you, the security that comes through the relationships. Is it a time for meeting somebody new? It'd actually be strong energy, I think, universally for relationships not to come together as much right now. Except for, with the love is magical and can happen at any time. And this is a new path forward. But I think we need to understand more of how we need to be treated, how we need to be respected, how we need support and love, and how we are grounded through relationships. I think that's the important part here. I think there could be conversations. I think there could be new realizations and brand new beginnings in relationships through some heart-to-hearts. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.